Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the best PvP builds on the Warlock. Now, I just want to say I do not play Warlock, so the build that I do have is obviously not the best, but I'm going to be telling you the best. I've talked to a lot of top players, so top 500 players about this build that do run Warlock, and they've shared with me some of the best sort of tips and the best build to run. So I'm going to shortly talk about that. But before we do start with today's video, guys, if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on today's video, and let's see if we can get 100 likes. I've also done a build on the Hunter and the Titan in PvP, so if you haven't checked them out, I'll leave them in the end screen if any of you guys do main them other characters. But jumping into the build. Now, pretty much most of the top 500 players have told me to use this build. Now, for me, Solar Grenade is the best apparently, so that's what we're going to be running. Top Treat Dawn, because you'll be able to use heat risers, which is what a lot of the pro players use, especially when trying to get around the map quick, that sort of thing. This is pretty much the fastest class. Healing Rift and Burst Glide are the best. Now, some of them did say use Empowering, so they said sort of change between the two, so it's totally up to you what you use. So that is a build, obviously a subclass. Now, weapons wise, he said if you're a good sniper, you want to obviously be using the Revoker, just because it is the best sniper, even though it is a little bit scummy. They said obviously if you're getting your ammo back and that, then you should be using it. But they said if you're a sort of shotgun player with the Warlock, it still works as well. Use the Fell Winters. But they said, to be honest, use whatever weapon you guys are comfortable with using. So these don't really matter. Now, the armour that I do have is masterworked, and I've tried to get it to the best build I possibly can, but like I said, I don't play Warlock, so I don't really have any good armour sets for this, but I'll show you what they recommended. Now, what they said you want to be aiming for is 100 recovery and 100 intellect. Now, the main reason for this is because the Warlock is pretty fast at getting around the map, so you don't need mobility. Resilience doesn't really matter too much on the Warlock, because you're going to be in and out of situations really quickly. Discipline doesn't really matter either, they said. To be honest, they don't really use the nades apart from when heat rises, so it's up to you if you want to have that increased discipline. Strength doesn't really matter either, so they said run 100 recovery and 100 intellect, or as close to possible as you can, because you want to be popping that Dawn Blade as often as possible. So the mods you're going to want to use are obviously recovery mods if you need to get your recovery up, and intellect for that. So at the minute we're using momentum transfer on our arms. Now these perks, this is basically causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown, because obviously our strength isn't too good, so causing damage will improve that. Now the other perks that we are using, now this is just for my build personally, we're going to have obviously auto rifle, so you want to have anything with auto rifle, anything like that. So what we're going to pick is this one right here, unflinching auto rifle aim. Now with the exotic, you're going to want to run transversive steps. If you guys don't main Warlock, this is basically like Stomp, as a lot of the top players have said. So your sprint speed increased after a short time sprinting, your currently equipped weapon is automatically reloaded, and they said this is really handy, especially if you're in gunfights trying to get away. You don't have to reload, which obviously keeps you in the fight for longer. Not only that, you'll be able to escape a lot quicker with these boots, and because we are not building our class around mobility, this is why they said use this. And obviously while you are using obviously top 2 Dawn Blade, which is the fastest sort of subclass to use in PvP, they said you'll definitely be able to get a few kills, and obviously these exotics help with that, because you are reloading your weapons and you can get out of situations a lot quicker. Now that's the build. I'm going to leave you with some gameplay. Like I said, I don't main Warlock, so the gameplay in the background may be a little worse than obviously what it was for the Hunter and Titan. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this build. Let me know if it works. Like I said, this build's come from a few of the top 500 Warlocks in the game for trials and compet. So it's a build that a lot of top players are using at the minute, so it should work. So try it out, let me know. If you've got any tips, leave them down in the comment section, and as always guys, I'll catch you in the next one.